everyone and welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you are new. I'm Elliandra and welcome back to another house building tutorial. Now this will be a step-by-step guide. It will be for beginners, so if you already know how to build in The Sims 4, this video will probably not help you, but I have done one of these videos in the past and it did extremely well. Like even now, that video is almost a year old, and even now so many people are still watching it, so clearly you guys want to see some house building tutorials. So in this video I'm gonna show you guys how to build this cute little house. It's a little bit more difficult than the last one I made, but still it shouldn't be too hard. I will show you exactly how to do it, and we will go slowly. This will not be a speed build, so I will show you in real time what I'm doing and how to do it, so you guys can also build this adorable cute little house for your Sims. This is base game only, and this should work for PC and console players. I'll just give you a little bit of a better tour of the finished house so you can see what you're going to be building. So it is a 2-story house. It has 2 bedrooms. Well, I'm not going to show you how to do the interior. I will show you what I did with the floor plan, but you guys can furnish it however you would like. It's a little bit tricky to do the interior, so that's why I wanted to give you guys an idea for what to do with the floor plan, but I'll show you guys that in the end. But basically, this is what it looks like. I did a little bit of landscaping, nothing crazy, because this is just about building the house. Landscaping means adding the trees and like bushes and flowers, so there definitely is a lot of space for more landscaping, but I thought today we would focus on the house. So it's quite suburban, but it does have some like modern bits to it with the huge glass windows, and yep, this is the house. And I guess let's get to building. Okay, so we have an empty 30 by 20 lot in Willow Creek. This is the base game world, but you can build this house wherever you'd like. So the first thing I always do when I start building is I turn on the Move Objects cheat, because I cannot build without it. It allows me to place windows and stairs wherever I want to, and also once I start furnishing, it allows me to place the furniture wherever I want to put it, and it doesn't matter if it's too close to other items. So that's just what I always build with, so that's what we're gonna do today as well. So on PC, what you're gonna be doing is you're gonna be holding down Shift, Control, and C keys at the same time. And as you can see, this cheat panel up here opened, and all you have to do is type in bb.moveobjects space on. So there you go. That is gonna turn on Move Objects. So that is all you need to do. It just makes the building easier, in my opinion. If you are on console, apparently, I have never played The Sims 4 on console, but it said that to activate this panel, all you have to do is hold down all 4 trigger buttons at the same time. But for console, apparently you have to type in testing sheets true first, and then go and type in bb.moveobjects on. We might be here for a little while, so hopefully you're building at the same time as I am, or you have a snack or a drink or something. But let's get started. Let's build the base of the house. I'm going to be putting a picture on the screen right now while we build the base of the house, showing you the exact layout and the numbers of how long the walls are. The numbers mean how many squares the wall is going to be. So as you can see, there is a grid in The Sims 4. So this is 1 and this is 2. It's pretty obvious. And to turn the grid on and off, you can just press G on your keyboard. That turns it on and off. But for the house building, we're gonna have it on. So we're gonna start off by building the front wall of the house. You can get to the wall tool easily by pressing B on your keyboard, but it is this over here. You can also just go here and click on walls and empty rooms and just select the first one. This is the wall tool, so this is what we're gonna start off with. So the first wall is going to be 4 squares wide, like that. The door is going to go in the middle, and then we're going to go in by 1 on both sides. This house is asymmetrical, so it won't match on every side, so make sure you pay close attention to what I'm doing if you want your house ending up like mine. Next up, we are going to go outwards by 2 squares on both sides, and then on this side we are going to go in 4 squares, and on this side we will do 3. Hopefully I will have the picture with the measurements on the screen so you guys can keep up easier. Then we're going to be going outwards by 2 on both sides. And here is where we have bigger rooms. So here we are going to have a 5 square wide room. And on this side, we are going to have a 7 square wide room. Then we will go back in by 2 squares, and then we will go up by 1 and back in by 2 again on that side to make them match. Then we're adding another room over here, so we're gonna go out by 3 on both sides, and then we are going to put these walls together by adding a 6 square wall. So there you go, that is the base floor of the house. Hopefully you understood what I was doing. Just follow the squares and it is easy. This house has 2 floors, so we're gonna make the next floor now. So you can click on your keyboard, page up to go to the next floor, or you can use these keys over here that move you between floors. So we're just gonna go to the 2nd floor, and this floor is really easy. It is basically 3 rooms put together. So I'm actually gonna be using this room tool instead because it just makes it a lot easier. We're gonna start off in this corner right where the bottom floor also starts, and we're going to make a 4 by 5 room. Then we're going to be adding a 5 by 8 room, but basically start from right here, 1 square away from the previous room, then go up to the same point on this side and pull the room all the way across, all the way over here, so it is 8 squares wide. Then the last room is pretty simple. As you can see, we are following the lines of the previous floor, except we're not filling the entire 2nd floor, but we're going to start from right here, and we're going to go out by 3 and create a 3 by 4 room right here. So you can see there's only 1 square surrounding this room on the outside. I'm going to knock down these walls, so I'm going to be using the sledgehammer tool and just knock down these inner walls so we have more space to work with. So that is all the walls of the house. That was actually kind of simple. I hope you guys kept up with it. Go back and look at the pictures if it doesn't look the same, but this is what your house should look like at the moment. So at this point, we're gonna do the roofs, and I know roofing can seem a little bit intimidating because there just seems to be a lot of roofs in all these cool houses that you might see on the gallery, but honestly, once you get the hang of it, it is kind of easy. So the top roof here on the 2nd floor just consists of 3 roofs, 3 similar roofs. So we're gonna click on roofs and we are going to choose the gabled roof. Now I'm gonna start with this side because this is going to be the widest roof because you do want to cover the entire roof space here. So I'm going to turn it around by using the comma and period keys on my keyboard, and I'm going to place it right here in the corner at the back of the roof, and then we're just going to use the arrows. This is really simple, and stretch it across this entire room here. I don't think I want it to be this tall as well, so I'm just going to take it down a little bit so it's not as high of a roof. And there you go, you have your first roof down. Now we're just going to repeat that step 2 more times on the other side. So we're going to go here and place this one so it goes to the edges of the house, and we're going to be pulling this into the previous roof. I don't want this roof to be that high either, so I'm going to bring both of these down a little bit more. And then the 3rd roof goes back here in this little space. So just put it there, use the arrows, and make sure you pull the roof into the other roof because otherwise it's gonna look like this. And this looks really awkward. So just click on the roof and use the arrows and pull it into the previous roof. If it comes out of the other side like that, it means you pulled it way too far. Just go back, and if it's poking out a little bit, you can make it lower as well, and that should fix your problem. All right, we have one more gabled roof to add, and it's actually going to be on the lower floor here, so you can go down a page if you want to. You can place it from here, it doesn't really matter, but we're going to go down a page and we're going to be adding it right here. So this is what you saw in the beginning. Just stretch it to be the same width as the room, and then I am going to make it a little bit lower because it is quite high. And then for this roof, I didn't really like how it looked, so we're going to be pulling in the side. So you can click on the roof and then you can click this little arrow that looks a little bit different, and it's just gonna pull in like this overhanging bit. And I'm gonna do the same on the side bit. So we're gonna click on this arrow and do the same. So I just thought this gave it a much cleaner look. I just thought it was a little bit too much that the roofs were exactly the same. So this is a little trick that I used to just make it look a little bit neater. By the way, you don't need to worry if your roofs go inside your rooms. As you can see, the Sims automatically hides them. They don't show up inside the room, so don't worry if that is happening with your roofs. Alright, next roofs. Now these are maybe a little bit trickier, but honestly, once you get used to it, not really. So we're going to be using this half-hipped roof. I don't know if this is something everybody does, but this is what I do for my roof. So we're going to take this boy here and we're going to go down to the second floor and we're going to be putting this guy right here. So it's going to be facing, as you can see, it has like one side that is open. It's currently facing me, but I'm going to be facing it the opposite way, like away from the front of the house. I'm going to place that right here. Then I'm going to connect it to this roof here. And we're gonna put it down a lot. So not all the way to the bottom, maybe like 1 or 2 ticks higher. I think I'm gonna go 2 ticks higher. There we go. And make sure it connects to the other roof so it hides the little end bit. Just to hide this little bit here as well, I am gonna make it a little bit wider so it goes inside the house. So as the house is symmetrical from the front, we can actually just copy this exact same roof. So you can either click on it, click here, which is the copy tool, and just pull it over here, or you can just do the exact same thing on the other side of the house. But for me, it's super easy to just click copy. Then we are going to go to the right side of the house. We have this part of the roof here to cover, so we're going to be using the same roof, the half-hipped roof, and this time we are also going to be facing it towards the house. As you can see, not this way, but that way. So the open part is towards the house. We're gonna put it right here, stretch it across, and it's way too high as you can see, but we're gonna pull it down to the same height as the other one we had, so 2 up, and then pull it all the way inside the house so it covers the little edges. We're gonna do the same at the back of the house. We have a same situation going on here, so we're gonna take the same roof, do the exact same thing, stretch it across, stretch it inside of the house, and put it down to the same height as the other roof so they all match. And there you go. As you can see, it goes together perfectly. It looks like a seamless roof, so in my opinion, that looks really nice. We have one little corner here that doesn't have a roof on at the moment, so we can either just copy this roof, turn it around, and put it right there so it matches, or we can just use the same roof, use the half-hip roof, place it this way so it's hiding the open bit, and put it right there. But honestly, just copying that roof, since it is the same size, is a lot easier. And again, after you copy it, you can turn it with your comma and period keys on your keyboard. I don't play console, so I don't know how to turn it on console, but I hope you guys can figure it out. If not, just face your camera the right way right when you're picking up the roof, and it should automatically be facing the correct way, and then just put it in the correct space. So there you go, that is all of the roofs done. That actually wasn't that hard now, was it? In my house, I decided to add like a little balcony up here. It's only decorational. I didn't even add a door to it, but I thought it added a little bit more to the house, so we're gonna be doing that. So we're gonna go back to the second floor so we can see the grid, and then we're gonna be picking a fence. Now automatically it's gonna have this replace fence mode on, which just does this. We don't want this, so we're just gonna click up here, place fences by drawing, which is the same as if you were drawing a wall. And I actually used just this first one here, this letter style horizontal fencing, and I'm just gonna make a tiny little balcony right here, the same width as this room, and it's gonna look like that. I think that's really cute. I also added a patio and a porch to this house, so we're gonna be doing that next. So I'm using the same fence, and I'm just gonna start at the corner of the house right here, go out by 2, do the same on the other side, and then I'm actually going to connect these for now, just so we can get the floor here and create this room. but obviously you can't reach the house or the front door if it is connected. So I'm going to be using the sledgehammer tool and removing these 4 fences right here so we can have a nice entryway into the house. And this is where we will be putting the stairs because we will be adding in a foundation in a second. I'm going to be doing the same thing at the back of the house. So we have a little porch out here, or a little patio, whatever it's called. And this one, I'm just going to start again from the corner of the room, go out by 2 and connect them. And then I'm going to leave a little bit of space for the stairs. So for this house, the back door is actually going to be right here. So I am going to be removing the fences right in front of that door. So it just looks like a smooth entryway, and the stairs will be going right there. I guess what we're going to do now is we are going to be adding in the foundation. That is super simple. All you have to do is click the foundation tool and then use the slider and pull it up. I'm just going to pull it up by 2 little ticks. You can go crazy. You can go real crazy with this, or you can only make the teeny tiny little foundation that looks like this, but I'm gonna pull it up by 2 so we have a little bit of a foundation that is visible in this house. So there you go. It automatically added a foundation to your entire house, and it's looking so good already. So in my opinion, this balcony here looks a little bit weird, just like hanging off the edge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some columns to make it look like something is supporting it. So I'm just going to use the 4th column here from the base game, and I'm going to pop them right here so it looks like the balcony has some sort of support. I hope you guys are still keeping up with this tutorial. Next up, we will be adding in the stairs so you can actually enter this house. So stairs are over here, and I actually was using these stairs right here. I think they're cute and simple, and we are going for the white today. So you can come to the 1st floor. Again, I'm using the page up and page down keys on my keyboard, but you can also use these little buttons right here. We're gonna pick the stairs and we're just gonna move in super close until it's right on the edge, and we're gonna place the stairs down, and then this is the same as the roofs. Just use the arrows and pull the stairs to the right size. I want the stairs to cover the entire entryway, so I'm gonna make them 4 wide, and then I'm gonna use matching stairs at the back. Do the same thing. You can also turn these with the period and comma keys and place them here, 2 wide, perfect. The house is coming on super nicely. All we have left to do is, well, we have wallpapers, windows, and doors, and then a little details that I will show you guys. But I think right now, let's add in the wallpaper. I'm just gonna use a base game wallpaper from over here, from the siding category, and I'm just gonna go for this clapboard crush, whatever that is, and I'm gonna color the entire house with this. You can hold down the shift key and it will do the entire room, or you can just click right here and use this by room thing, which does the exact same thing. It's very easy to just cover the entire house in this siding. I'm thinking it's looking a little bit plain though, so I do want to add in a little bit of stone just to kind of break it up a little bit and add a little bit of dimension or variation or whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna just do this by wall, and I'm gonna choose this one. This one is my favorite, the country field stone. I'm actually gonna use it here on these little side bits that kind of just stick out of the house. So I'm gonna make these look like they are made out of stone. I just think it adds a lot to the house. So I'm gonna do this symmetrically on the front of the house. There you go. And then I do have this little bit here at the back of the house on the, well, left side if you're looking from the front. And I'm gonna do the same thing there. It kind of looks like it's the same wall anyways. I don't have it on this side, so those are all the bits that I decided to make stone in this build. Alright, next up I want to add in some roof trims. These are super, super important. I think any house looks unfinished if it doesn't have roof trims. These are just, I think these are free. Yeah, these are totally free, and they add so much to your house. They just make it look finished. So my favorite is the 3rd one. Do they all? Okay, they have different names. This one is the square roof trim. I'm gonna use the white one because we're going for this white and brown theme today. And I'm just gonna click on all of our roofs with this selected. So as you can see, it's adding like a really nice roof trim, like a really nice white detail to the house. It adds a lot. And there you go. all of our roofs now have roof trims, and it just looks so much better already. I'm thinking this here needs something as well because these columns are kind of sticking out a little bit. So we do have a similar thing here called exterior trims. These are kind of like wall trims. That's what I would call them. I'm going to go down here to exterior trims. I'm going to choose the second one, the jutting exterior trim. I'm just going to hover over this room and it will place it all around it. I don't like how it ends right here and doesn't continue here, so I am also going to be placing it onto that room there. And now it all looks like it goes together seamlessly. The roofs are still a little bit unfinished because we haven't colored them. This is something I always do. So we're going to click on roof patterns over here and we're just going to pick a pattern for our roof. You can also change the colors. There's quite a lot of options, and we even have glass roofs now, but we're not going to play with those in this video because this is supposed to be for beginners. But I think I'm going to go for this one or maybe the other similar one. So this one and this one are quite similar. I think I'm going to choose the bigger one today. So these are the country carriage house roof tiles or whatever you want to call them, and you just go around and click on all of your roofs. This is also totally free, so this is a detail you should always add to your houses no matter how little money you have, because it just makes it look a lot fancier. So there we go. This is what your house should be looking like at the moment. All we have left to do is adding the doors and the windows, a little bit of landscaping, and then you're gonna have yourself a house that you can decorate however you want to. Let's start with the door. So I'm going to go back down to the first floor because that's where you enter in from. And I'm going to go choose a door. The door that I did choose for this was this one. So the modern wood door plus short side lights and transom. Whatever that means. That was a very long name. I'm just going to pick it and I'm going to use a basic swatch and put it right there because I like symmetry and I like it being right in the middle of the freaking house. And then we're gonna add it at the back as well, and I'm gonna put it here where we left the empty space. The same door, you can use a different door if you want to, but I decided to use the same ones at the front and at the back of the house. And then we're gonna move on to windows. Now, I used a lot of different windows in this house because I wanted to make them match my floor plan. Like, I didn't want to put huge windows in the bathroom, and I didn't want to put huge windows in the kitchen where the kitchen counters are. So I kind of picked them where the rooms were because I did do the floor planning first. But I'm gonna show you guys how I decided to do them, but you can do them however you want to. Just try to use windows that at least somewhat go together. So for the front here, right here, I wanted to have a window that sort of matched the door. So we're actually going to use this window right here, the looker, and I'm going to put it right in the middle. There you go. That is actually the only place where I used that window, but I just really liked it because I thought it went so well with the door. The next big window I'm using is this one, and we can go to the back of the house because I use this here next to this door. So this is actually the dining area, so I thought it would be nice to have a lot of light here. So I went crazy with these windows. So I'm using this one here, Let There Be Light, that's what it's called. And I used a lot of them. I used them in pairs of 2, and I kept it symmetrical, so that's what that room looks like. I'm also going to be using the same window over here. So this is the left side of the house, and I'm going to be putting it right here. This is a bedroom, so it's another room where it's really nice to have a lot of light. I decided to not add windows at the stone part because these were the bathrooms, and I just think it's kind of realistic to not have windows in stone. So I'm gonna not put any windows there. But the next window I'm using is actually right at the top. I decided to go for this one. This is the extended vertical window, and I use this here on this room on the second floor, right at the front. Again, I did it symmetrically, so I'm going to be putting these right here. This is, if I remember correctly, this is another bedroom. So again, it's really nice to have a lot of light in your sleeping space or your living space kind of. So there we go. I added 2 of them next to each other on both sides. I'm going to be using the same window over here. So this is the left side of the house above this thing. So I'm going to be adding them right here. I know that they totally go into this roof, but honestly, I don't care. I don't mind. I think it still looks good. But if you hate it, maybe don't put windows here or put them right on the side. But I like how it's symmetrical this way. You do need to have move objects on, I believe, to be able to put these windows right here because they are intersecting with the roof. So that is why we turned on move objects in the beginning of this video. Next up, I'm going to be using this double hung window. I think it's sort of similar looking to the rest of the windows, so I decided to go for this. And we will be adding 2 at the back of the house right here. This is going to be a bathroom, so I didn't want to put huge windows in there. And same over here, we will be adding 3 right here. This is the living room, so it's nice to have a lot of light, but I thought it would be better to go for these so they don't intersect with the roof, at least on this side. Lastly, here on the right side of the house, we have this huge empty wall. So I'm actually using these bunker bather windows because this is where I'm gonna have the kitchen, and the kitchen counters will be right here. So I don't want to have an entire wall length window because the counters will cover it. So I'm gonna be using these windows so they go perfectly. I'm actually gonna be putting them in an unsymmetrical way. It looks symmetrical from the inside, I promise, but from the outside, unfortunately not. If you have a better solution, do it. The only reason I'm doing this is because in my floor plan, this little corner is actually unused space. So as you can see, now they look symmetrical and nobody's gonna be going in here. This is unused. So that is just why I had to put the windows like that. Sometimes you gotta sacrifice the look of the house, either from the inside or the outside, but honestly, go crazy, do whatever you want with these windows. Oh my god, the house is actually almost done. Last thing, or one of the last things we're gonna do is we're actually gonna color this floor here because it is part of the outside of the house and I don't want to leave it bare. So we're actually gonna be using some, what are these called? Just wooden floors. Okay, that makes sense. I'm gonna grab this white color here and we're gonna come down and just use that all around the outside of the house where we have the porch and the patio and the balcony, so it's not the ugly floor color. I also just clicked the G key on my keyboard to turn off the grid so we can see the wood a little bit better, but that is basically what it looks like. We can also change the foundation color if we want to. You have all of these to choose from, or these are like the materials, and then you can choose the color. I think I might go for this one maybe, and I do want to go for the white color, so just go around clicking your foundation. It's placed by room, so you want to go around and click on all of them so they all look the same. I think we're good. There we go. This is what your house should be looking like. Look at it. How cute is this little house? Lastly, I just like to add in a little path to the road. You can do it from the front and the back of the house. You can either use floor patterns like tiles or something like that, or you can use this terrain paint tool, which is actually what I did. I just grabbed the biggest large square brush and I'm using this guy here to cobble together from this stone and pavement category, and then I'm just gonna click and drag right here and make us a little pathway to the house. That's cute, right? Last thing I did was just a tiny little bit of landscaping to kind of show you guys what you can do around the house. So I'm using my favorite trees today, which is this graveyard cypress tree, and I'm just putting a few of these around the house. You can turn them around, and by the way, if you have an item in your hand and you hold down the Alt key on your keyboard, as you can see, I can move it freely, and if I let go, it will snap. As you can see, it's snapping onto the grid. If we go down here, turn the grid on, it's snapping onto the grid, but if you hold down Alt, you can place it wherever you want to. So that's what I did. I also placed them in some corners around the house, like one over there. I think I put one over here at the back of the house. Actually, I think I put it on this side. There we go. And I actually decided to put one like right here to kind of cover up the fact that we do have like these mismatching windows. So just put a tree down and you can't even tell it anymore. Around the trees, I like to add a little bit of just like greens. I usually go for this low-lying pale yellow flowers item, whatever this is, and I just place these around the bottoms of the trees. I also made a few little bits here at the front of the house. I also like to add in stones to just make it look a little bit more alive and realistic, and that is kind of the landscaping that I usually do. If you want to see a landscaping tutorial, definitely let me know, but my landscaping is quite basic. I just go around adding a bunch of things that I think look good together, and it's very important to have move objects on so you can intersect these items with each other. But if that is something you might be interested in, definitely let me know in the comments. So there we go, that is our little house done. Little suburban, it's really cute. I think it's cute. It's quite a long house this way, but I still think it looks adorable, and I hope you guys like it, and I hope you guys managed to build it following along this tutorial. I will now show you how I decided to do the floor plan if you want to copy it and do the same, but you can pretty much do whatever you want with it. Here is just a little look around the house to see what it should look like right now. I really like it. I think it's really cute, and I really like the colors that we went with. I didn't furnish the entire house, obviously, but I did just put down some items so you guys can kind of figure out what I was planning for where. So if we go to the first floor, this is what my floor plan looks like. I will turn on the grid and I will show it to you guys, and you guys can pause the video if you want to and then try to copy this in your game. But as you can see, I do have unused space over here and right here at the front as well. It just didn't go with my floor plan, so sometimes I do cut out like little parts of the house. Honestly, I don't think it's a big deal, so I have them right over here. Then here is the entryway to the house with a huge archway into the living area. We have a bathroom over here. This is kind of like a guest bathroom slash laundry room. Then we have the master bedroom right here. So I thought the bed could go here with a little study nook, and they do have an ensuite. I decided to put a fireplace down here, and they have a massive kitchen. So this is the kitchen. I thought it could go around like this. As you can see, obviously this is not fully furnished. And then this is the dining room with a little bar as well. And this is where you can go to your backyard from. I would definitely add things out here, maybe a pool, maybe a nice sitting area with a grill or something. And then I did hide the stairs right here. So this is where I decided to put them. You enter the bedroom from over here, and the fireplace is right next to them as well. And once you go up to the second floor, this is what I made it look like. So I do have more unused space right here, which is really dumb because that is where the windows are. But I am not a master of floor planning, okay? I need to watch tutorials on floor planning because I suck, but I feel like I made it work. So we have a little half wall right here, and the living room is actually upstairs. I thought it could look something like this. We have the biggest bathroom of the house right here with a tub and two sinks, and then we have another bedroom here. This could be a guest bedroom, or it could be a kid's room or a teenager's room. I'm sure you could fit in 2 kids' beds or toddler beds if you wanted. And that is the house done. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope it was easy enough to follow. If you have any questions, feel free to put them down below in the comments. I will definitely be answering any questions you might have about the house or the build or just building in general. And let me know if you want to see more building tutorials and like what you might need help with, because I can definitely do that in the future. If this video helped you at all, please give it a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it, and subscribe if you are new here. I do post new Sims videos almost every single day. I can put the base of this house on the gallery, so if you just want to download it, if you don't want to build it and learn how to start building cute little suburban homes, you can just download the base and furnish it to your liking. My gallery username is ElliandraYT, but you can also find it under the hashtag Elliandra. I hope you guys enjoyed. I think that's it for the video. I really like this little house, and I hope you guys had fun building it and following this tutorial. I hope you're also having a great day, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow for some other video. Thanks so much for watching, and bye!